In Season 2, there's only one character who feels real, Joel. He's the only one who makes you think, yeah, this man could actually exist. But after his death, the show loses its emotional gravity. Ellie, who carried so much weight in Season 1, now feels fake. I have a hard time believing her grief, even her rage. She doesn't feel grounded anymore, not in pain, not in trauma, not in purpose. And Dina? She's not helping either. Her character feels just as performative. And the chemistry between them? Let's be honest, it's not there. Instead of a raw, powerful connection between Ellie and Dina, we get teenage sarcasm, shallow jokes, and awkward flirtation. This episode should have been serious, devastating even. We just lost Joel, and instead, we get a council vote and teen drama energy straight out of a CW show. It's hard to take either of them seriously, when they don't even seem to be taking it seriously themselves. And then there's Tommy, the man who once stood side by side with Joel in the game. He mourns for 2 minutes, then says he needs permission from his wife and the town council before seeking justice. Wait, what? Your brother was tortured to death, and you're scheduling revenge like it's a community bake sale? I don't like this version of Tommy at all. Not even a little. In the game, they set off 3 days after Joel's death. In the show, 3 months pass. And now they're finally voting on whether to send 16 people to find his killers. And who gets to vote? Not Joel's friends. Not even people who truly cared about him. Okay, they knew Joel, but knowing someone and giving a damn are two very different things. One woman, holding a baby, says, "Joel isn't the only one who died. My sister died too." Another says, "What about forgiveness? We forgive to be forgiven." As if revenge is something you can reason with. Anyone who's really felt the need for revenge knows it isn't rational. It's a wound that keeps bleeding. Revenge isn't a group decision. It's a gut one. Honestly, I would have loved to see Tommy and Ellie quietly get ready to leave, and others stepping up to join them, not debate them. Because when someone you love is tortured and murdered, you don't wait for a show of hands. You act. And then there's Seth. Remember him? The guy who clashed with Ellie and Dina at the New Year's party? He says the one thing that actually sounds grounded. They came here, took someone, killed him. If there's no consequence, they'll come back. Next time, for our supplies. Even though Seth's words sound logical, the showrunners clearly don't want us to take his side. They're pushing a message, loud and clear. Revenge is wrong. Violence is never the answer. So maybe that's exactly why they chose Seth to deliver the "go get them" speech. Because in the world of this show, Seth is already a tainted character. In the official HBO podcast, the creators literally say they wanted to show how people who reject LGBTQ+ individuals do so out of fear. That they only feel safe around people who are just like them. I wouldn't be surprised at all if we find out later that Seth's apology, the one he made to the mayor, wasn't genuine. That deep down, he still resents Ellie and Dina. And maybe that whole council speech wasn't about protecting Jackson. Maybe it was about getting rid of them. Because if Ellie and Dina go off on a revenge mission, there's a good chance they don't come back. Problem solved. And then there's the gun. Remember how insistent he was about trading weapons with Ellie? It felt weirdly forced. In this show, when something gets that much attention, it usually means something. So if that gun turns out to be faulty later, let's just say, I won't be shocked. This episode tried so hard to tell us what to think. It wasn't subtle. It wasn't layered. It was a sermon dressed up as storytelling. And that's the real problem. I would have much rather watched the story unfold, let the characters act, let the consequences speak, and let us decide what's right and what's wrong. Instead, they handed us the message. For me, this was the weakest episode of the series so far. And now, the only question left is, can it get better from here? Or is this what the rest of the season is going to feel like? Thanks for watching. If you want to be the first to catch the next orange when it drops, don't forget to like and subscribe.